And I had a great conversation, by the way, with Emmanuel. As I've said, it's his birthday, by the way, but we vowed to stick off Brexit because that negotiation is being conducted, as you know, via the European Commission, and that's quite proper. The position is unchanged. There are problems. It's vital that everybody understands that the UK has got to be able to control its own laws completely, and also that we've got to be able to control our own fisheries. And it remains the case that WTO terms would be more than satisfactory for the UK, and we can certainly cope with any difficulties that are thrown in our way. Not that we don't want a deal, but that WTO terms would be entirely satisfactory. And prosper mightily remains an extremely good description of life after January the 1st, either way. Last night at 11 p.m, the French government imposed restrictions on UK freight crossing to France when accompanied by a driver. And so today I chaired a meeting of the government's emergency COBRA committee in order to coordinate a UK-wide response. And it's vital first to stress that these delays, which are only occurring at Dover, only affect human-handled freight. And that is only 20% of the total arriving from or departing to the European continent, which means the vast majority of food, medicines and other supplies are coming and going as normal. Yes, it was an excellent conversation with the French President. He stressed he was keen, I would say, to sort it out in the next few hours if we can, and our teams will be working on it flat out. And if we can get a result, then that would be great. But we'll do it as fast as we can. And to our international friends and partners, I want to say very frankly that we understand your concerns, and I hope everybody can see that as soon as we were briefed in UK government on the fast transmissibility of this new strain at, I think, 3:15 on Friday afternoon, we lodged all the necessary information with the World Health Organization, and we took prompt and decisive action the very next day to curb the spread of the new variant within the UK. By the way, I can today announce that over 500,000 people, more than 500,000 people in the UK have now received their first dose. As we've seen throughout this pandemic, this virus, alas, can move all too swiftly from one nation to another, but it is steadily being defeated by an international response, and an international response that is bringing the hope of vaccines to the entire world, and in that the UK will continue to play its full part. Obviously, we want, if we possibly can, to get schools back in a staggered way at the beginning of January in the way that we have set out. But obviously, we, like all, as you expect, the commonsensical thing to do is to follow the path of the epidemic. And now that we've got the vaccine coming in the way that we have, I think that we can certainly look forward to a very, very different world for this country from Easter onwards, as I think Chris and Patrick have said before. And it's very, very important for not just for people's morale, but it's also totally realistic. We have every reason to be extremely hopeful about this country's ability to bounce back next year from COVID.